Right now I have a lot of models under GTS SE, but only one model within the RS umbrella. This is the one. Now, unfortunately, in automation, you can't do it directly. The closest that you're gonna have to do is, let's see. So let's merge one of these trim levels. This is the closest to what I have as far as this car looks. So we're going to clone the car trim. Let's make it a trim only. And then we have to look very carefully. Type in the words GTS SE in my case. No, actually, it's no, I can just look side by side. So second we have to go to tools, the little tool icon. Look carefully into the gear ratios and everything. This one is the Tremec Magnum XL, so I know the gear ratios. And the final drive is 472. Power split, unfortunately, I cannot go further than 69% with the zero quality. I mean, on a scale of -15 to +15. That's how I wanted it because of the torque capacity is 700 pound-feet of torque. Now, tires are also important. The reason why I have the front tires wider than the rear is because I wanted to defeat the error that said to increase front grip. But to make up for the skinny rear tires, I actually used higher profile tires here with larger offset, so the difference isn't so obvious. Although when you get closer to the car, you can kinda tell. But that's not really the point I'm making with merging cars. So look, carbon ceramics. I believe most of it is identical when I have the Pro Touring L. I have a lot of it identical, but the transmission is an obvious difference. This one uses a 5-speed auto manual. And I do want to merge RS Vegas Nür as in Nürburgring completely into this family. So what I do here, I know the gear ratios, so I don't have to look back. 266, 178, 13, 1, 082, 063. Oh, actually it's a 7-speed, not a 6-speed. Or is it a 6-speed? I don't know. I think I was tripping. 168, 178, 13, 1, 077, and 063. Swap the engine once again. Back to the original. For me, I prefer the inline 6 naturally aspirated with 808 horsepower. Let's see what torque capacity it says. So it says 725. Yeah, I think it's a 7-speed, not a 6. I always keep thinking 6, but it's 7. No, really? Let's double check. It is a 6. And it's a 123 third gear ratio. So there's no 1-to-1 gear ratio here. Alright, let's change the gear ratios again. So right back at that number, 698. Alright. $295s. Safety up high. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just being honest. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Alright, so active sport. I think I know what to do here. Am I sure I got everything right? Let's see if there are any differences. Carbon fiber, HD ladder, HS fluid. I think these are all the same. But I think it also needs all-wheel drive. Yeah, but all-wheel drive. That's the number one thing that makes it heavier. The all-wheel drive. Okay, 70%. I believe it does have active wing. Yeah, that makes it heavier too. And while we're at it, let's go back, because I have two 808 horsepower engines used by Vegas Nur, used by Pro Touring L. What even are the differences? I didn't know that I duplicated an engine. That's strange. Maybe there are differences with the other engine. That's what happened. Let's see what happens. No, nothing. Okay. So I have wet tires. I like intermediate tires for a Nürburgring car. That doesn't change weight whatsoever. So 725 front tire diameter in millimeters. That's for the front. 765 in the rear. And let's see what else. Let's go back to the Nur car. And see the differences. Okay. So that's 115 and 245 offset. 15.7 carbon ceramic, 7.7 in the back, 15.7 in the front. I think that's 6 piston front, 1 piston rear. Yup. What am I doing with this? Is there any difference with the Pro Touring model that I just merged? That I just duplicated? Kind of. Okay, the gear ratios are now the same. Should be 15.7 here. And also 7.7 right here. It's supposed to be this way. Yes. 13. So I'm at 5,341 pounds. And I'm at, interestingly, a stiffer sway bar setup. Even though the car is lighter on paper. So why exactly is this car? Why is this car a little heavier than this car? I don't get it. So everything should be the same. 6-speed manual, intermediate tires, carbon ceramics, active wing. Pretty much everything except here. These are the things that really affect weight. So let's go back and change the numbers here. $2050, 2250. Now let's see if I have anything else. Now is that it? Let's check fixtures. I know I turned on active wing, and that might have affected the weight for the fixtures. Now let's double check here. Okay. I'm sure I have everything the same with the chassis. Let's double check. I see what the problem is now. Do I? I got 3 wings here. Actually, I got 4 wings. Let's check the other car. I'm sure on the other car I got 2 or 3 wings. Maybe 3 wings. And most of them are hidden. Okay. Over here is still, There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wings. That is strange. It shouldn't be like that. Maybe automation treats each car differently. But I'm still trying to see if that's 5 wings and the other car is 4 wings. I'm not sure. That's why I have to keep multi-checking. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8 wings. Man, that's a big difference. That really adds all the weight. So the more fixtures, the more weight with the active wing turned on. I have 2 years of experience with automation, so I think I know what I'm going through with this one. So if I just add one of these, let's see if the weight increases. Man, this wing is actually just as sexy as the other wing, that big ass wing. Let's see if that number increases. That makes it the 6th wing on this car. Now let's add another wing. Man, that is way too many wings. 7. Oh, now I know. The problem is the fixtures. So now I got it finally to 5,404 pounds. The problem now is the ride height is not high enough. I'm not really sure about that because last time I checked, this car is kind of stable. And I mean much more stable than the other car, that's for sure. Just a little stiff. 437, 482, 414, 515, 433, 437, 482, 437, 482, 437, 482, 437, 482, 415, 414, 515. 437, 482, 414, 515. In other words, this is benchmarking. Alright. Yeah, automakers do that all the time. In private. In secret. Let's see, I got the numbers right. 045, 040, -25, and -1. That should be a -25. Yep, 2.5. And the toes? No, not that toe. The car toe. Don't worry, I'm not Dan Snyder. You're good, guys. Yeah, the toes are the same. Lucky me. But why the different tires? I've never really, maybe it's the diffusers? Probably the diffusers. I'm not too worried about the sportiness scale or the, drivability scale. Those are just numbers. They're all give or takes. I don't need to worry about them. Uh-oh, need to charge my laptop. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. You're welcome.